Hello friends, hope you are doing good. In our last video session, we discussed on cooperation strategies like strategic alliance, joint ventures, merger acquisitions and takeovers along with the objectives behind these strategic decisions and the challenges faced by the firms in cooperation strategic decisions. In this video, we will be discussing on those corporate level strategies which may be formulated during the saturation of market or in case of unfavorable external environment. Let us discuss what stability strategies are, what are the types of stability strategies and their related examples. So let's begin. A stability strategy is a business strategy where a firm aims to maintain its current market position, business operations or performance without significant growth or downsizing. Stability means stabilizing or maintaining the current performance, sales, revenue as well as the profitability. This approach prioritizes formulation of the stability strategies than formulation of expansion strategies. Here, firms focuses on refining or modifying or redesigning the existing processes, maintaining efficiency and ensuring steady revenue generation. Stability strategies are typically used by the companies that are in matured industries or facing market conditions that do not favor aggressive growth, and if there is a risk to investment has increased. On the industry life cycle, when the industry is on the maturity stage, firms prefers to go for stability strategies. And there are three types of stability strategies such as no change strategy, profit strategy and pause or proceed with a caution strategy. Let us understand each of these three strategies one by one with suitable examples. The first is the no change strategy. In a no change strategy, the firm continues its operations without any significant modification in their products, processes or investment decisions. It may only make minor adjustment to improve their efficiency, but it does not pursue growth, diversification or reduction in the scale of operations. In the Indian market, several companies have used no change stability strategies to maintain their current position without seeking significant growth or expansion. Here we will discuss few examples. Starting with Hindustan Unilever, it is one of the largest FMCG company in India, having a well established market presence across various product categories like personal care, food and beverages. Although it does innovate within its product line, HUL has maintained a stable overall business strategy for its core products without seeking any aggressive diversification. This approach has helped it sustain a dominant market share in the established categories. The second example we can take here is of Life Insurance Corporation of India. LIC has remained focused on its core businesses of life insurance, holding a dominant position in the Indian insurance market for decades, rather than diversifying aggressively into non-core businesses. LIC has concentrated on refining its services, enhancing customer satisfaction and expanding its policy options within the life insurance domain only. Third example we can take here is of Nestle India, which is known for brands like Maggi, Nescafe and KitKat. It has maintained a stable approach within the food processing industry without significant diversification into unrelated sector. The company has focused on maintaining a strong foothold in its existing product categories and incremental innovation, avoiding major deviation from its core food and beverage segment. Lastly, we can also take the example of Bajaj Auto two-wheelers. In this two-wheeler segment, Bajaj Auto has primarily focused on retaining its market share within India and certain international markets without aiming for drastic growth in other vehicle categories. The company has avoided entering new sectors and has focused on its strengths such as the Pulsar brand, refining its offering rather than expanding into other two-wheeler models. Next is the profit strategy. Under this strategy, the firm focuses on maximizing profits from its current resources and operations. The company may make efforts to reduce cost or increase profitability within the existing scope, but it avoids any major investment in growth dimensions. Let us take some examples starting with ITC Limited. ITC has employed a profit-focused strategy within its FMCG and cigarette business by streamlining costs and improving efficiencies. Particularly, in the face of regulatory pressure in the cigarette sector by focusing on profitability in its core segment while cautiously expanding into FMCG. ITC has maintained robust margins and profitability in the highly regulated market. Hero MotoCorp, a leading player in the two-wheeler market, has focused on profitability within its existing product range instead of aggressively expanding into other vehicle types. It has maintained a profit strategy by controlling costs, managing economies of scale, and improving after-sales services. By concentrating on its core strength in the commuter bike segment, Hero MotoCorp maximizes profits from its established market base. HDFC Bank is the India's leading private sector bank, has adopted a profit-oriented strategies focusing on enhancing profitability through improved customer services, technology integration, and targeting high-value retail and corporate customers. The bank has been selective in its branch expansion, focusing instead on maximizing profitability in existing locations and increasing revenue from value-added banking services. Asian Paint is an India's top paint company, has a stable market share and use a profit-focused strategy by optimizing its supply chain, reducing costs and introducing premium paint products. It also focuses on branding and customer engagement to reinforce its dominant position rather than expanding into unrelated markets. It has leveraged innovations in its product lines such as luxury paints and waterproofing solutions, which offer higher margins and strengthen their profitability. Next, we can discuss about the pause and a proceed with a caution strategy. This strategy involves a temporary halt, that is stopping, in aggressive activities while the firm assesses its position or prepares for future changes. This allows the company to stabilize, consolidate resources and make the necessary adjustment in its internal environment factors based on external environmental factors without committing to expansion or contraction. Here we can discuss example of Maruti Suzuki. India's largest car manufacturer has taken a cautious approach to the electric vehicle market. While many competitors have started launching EV models, Maruti has adopted a wait and watch strategy, choosing to delay its entry into electric vehicle until charging infrastructure and demand improves. This approach has allowed Maruti to focus on its current gasoline and CNG models without increasing risk in still evolving market. Ola electric scooters. After an initial aggressive push to enter the electric scooter segment, Ola adopted a pause strategy, slowing down production and sales target amid challenges in manufacturing, quality control and delivery issues. Ola chose to focus on refining its supply chain, product quality and customer experiences, proceeding cautiously rather than pushing aggressively into new markets. After the Tata Group acquired Air India, it adopted a cautious approach to its growth strategy. Instead of expanding routes or aggressively marketing, Tata focused on stabilizing the airline, improving the operational efficiencies, customer services and refining internal processes. This pause in aggressive market expansion has allowed Tata to address Air India's structural issues before scaling further. Lastly, we can take example of Future Group retail business. Facing financial difficulties and increased competition from e-commerce giants like Amazon and Reliance Retail, Future Group adopted a pause strategy in its retail expansion, limiting its new store openings and instead focusing on consolidating operations. Before its acquisition attempts and legal challenges, Future Group emphasized stabilizing its existing stores and inventory management rather than aggressive growth. Now let us understand when stability strategy should be formulated by the firms. Firms typically adopt a stability strategy under the following conditions. 1. When the market is matured or saturated and there is a limited growth opportunity available. Second, when there is an economic uncertainty. In the periods of economic downturns or uncertainty, companies may prefer stability to reduce the risk. Third is because of the resource constraint. When resources like capital, human resource or technology are limited, making it challenging to pursue aggressive growth strategy. Fourth is competitive intensity. When competition is high and the firm wants to maintain its market share rather than risk losses with expansion. Fourth is the strong market position. When a firm already holds a favorable market position and the cost or risk of growth overweighs the potential benefits. And lastly, if a company's current operation provides a satisfactory returns, it may focus on maintaining the existing strategies rather than pursuing the growth strategy. I hope you have understood what are stability strategies and their types of stability strategies, and when and why organizations prefer to formulate stability strategies. In the next video, we will be discussing on the last topic of corporate level strategies, that is retrenchment strategies. Stay connected. Thank you.